Hi guys, welcome to the Will Reads for season 11, episode 13. There's Ian. All right, just in time. I just started it.
It's kind of me.
It's kind of you.
Well, I'm on my phone, but I am still trying to log into my computer.
Okay.
I would have made it just in time, but right when I logged on, it was like, you have to run an update, and it wasn't recognizing my camera or my headset. So technology.
It is what it is. Respect. Hello, Tree. Hello, Dark Friends. Hello, Iris. Hello, Gramps, String Flame, Water Holocaust. Everyone. Hey, everyone. Hey, how's everyone doing? Yay. Oh, yeah. So, getting ready to do a fun episode, right? We're waiting on Chris. Chris had to make an emergency meeting. So he'll be here shortly. I'll let him share.
Yeah, that's fine. These are Alan chapters anyways. Chris and I don't need to be here. You know it's true.
It's true. It's true. There you go. Well, while you're waiting for things to update, I'll give a couple of announcements. I don't think we really have much as way of announcements go. Are you guys going to JordanCon this year? I'm not. Are you?
Well, I was down with if we skipped that one and then did what's the other one?
WatCon.
Yeah, I'd want to do that. If I don't do JordanCon, I want to do WatCon.
Okay, cool.
And if I got to fund myself there or whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll pitch a tent somewhere.
I think there's early sale on it right now. I might try to buy tickets next week or something. I don't know.
And what are the dates for WatCon again?
July something.
Yeah. Let's do it.
July something. So do both. Be a cool kid. Yeah, I can't afford to do both. It's not the con itself. It's the hotels. Hotels are expensive.
I know we talk about money a lot. We're aware of how money works. We don't have it, or we get it, but then we immediately have to give it to someone else.
Yeah.
So we don't get to hang on to it very long.
No, it's like taxes and shit.
I know, man. I'm making that kind of money that 20 years ago, I was like, when I finally make that amount of money, I'll be so well off. And now I'm making it and I'm like, I still don't have anything.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. That's true.
But I don't complain. I'm doing
cool.
Well.
Yeah. WatCon's like July 17th or something like that. Somewhere around there.
That's Jared's birthday.
Something like that. Cool. Get Jared to come.
That's crazy. Yeah. He would actually probably have fun, even though he'd have no idea what's going on.
He would.
Jared's my brother to the crowd.
Yeah. He'd make the best of it. Cool. Yeah. So WatCon it is this year. We might go to JordanCon the following year, maybe. Or I'm also want to go to Dragonsteel Con for Cosmere, but it's in Utah. I don't know how much they party in Utah.
They do. What part of Utah and what time of year?
Salt Lake City, December.
Oh gosh. Well, Salt Lake City isn't quite as bad as north of Salt Lake City, but
yeah,
parts of Utah have every bit of summer and every bit of winter, and winters can be gnarly there.
Yeah. Winter is coming.
It's the 11th to the 13th. That's what it is. So yeah, WatCon's 11th to the 13th. WatCon
11th to the 13th
for WatCon, July.
For WatCon, con what?
For con what?
The con of the what?
Yeah.
Did you get into some edibles?
Yeah.
No, I just got done in the gym. Got done with that post-workout.
It's like my neighbor behind us grows a ton of weed, and he also bakes a lot. But he always gives us big goods. So every time I get it, I'm always asked, "Are these yours or are these ours? Are these for the kids or are these to share with kids or not?"
Right.
What do you got going on? He has. I mean, he grows lots of plants.
Yeah.
Kind of. Once they legalized it in Virginia, he was like, "All right, game on." Start growing it.
You should see out by my sister in Gloucester. Everybody's backyard is full of it.
A little bit, yeah. Well, once they legalized it, everyone started growing it. It just was like, oh, whatever.
Well, they said 3 plants, but out in Gloucester, I mean, come on. They're like 1, 2,
3 plants per person
16.
That lives there.
My cousin was here yesterday. That's another 3.
The way he gets with it, I guess, it's him and his wife that live there, but then their kids, put their parents as their official address, even though they don't live there. So they get 4 people worth. So
right.
So 3 plants per person.
There you go.
3 plants, and how big these plants get is plenty.
Now here's the question: if you have an LLC or an S corp or something, and your home address is the address of the company, remember the Supreme Court decision said that companies are people.
Yes.
So you get 3 more plants per company.
Oh, yeah, Tree's moving in with us.
Yay. Oh, if she's doing paint work, I literally have to paint my condo. She can make some money in this area.
Yeah. She's
And
gonna
I
go
cook really well.
she's gonna paint, she's gonna peel the paint in my house, and then she's going to go to Alondo's and do a mural.
Really?
Wait,
That's
Tree,
what
for
she
real.
says. I'm not sure she's serious.
No, if you're trying to make money, so my fireplace is brick top to bottom, and it's all white, and I don't like the way they did it. So I'm stripping the white, but then I'm going a darker color. But in the upper part, I want to do a mural of kind of like. Anyways, we'll talk. But if you're trying to be in the area and make some money while you're here, I got something for you.
Okay, got it.
Let's link up.
Yeah.
That just got me all excited.
So on the career builder
How
reads,
excited.
reads as we work on careers.
And how are you? Have you installed flooring before in the bathroom and kitchen?
I need flooring.
Yeah, I'm doing some vinyl plank. It's small rooms.
No, I need like hardwoods. So I need something.
I'm talking a tree.
Oh, okay.
This ain't about you, Alan. Alan, I've seen your work. I don't need you messing with my house.
I did Dave's flooring. Were you there when we did that?
Oh, after the flooding, everybody helped with that.
Yeah. Well, I did. I think I put down like 3 tongue and groove strips, and then went and played Xbox in the corner or something like that. Everybody else kept working. See, guys. Good times. Anyways, personal life, what's going on? Let's see. I had my daughter's birthday party last weekend. That was fun. We had a lot of kids, a bounce house, and a piñata. So that's always fun when we get a bunch of kids in the piñata, because it's like, oh my god, my insurance policy is not going to cover the damage that's about to happen. These kids' faces, they walk up like oblivious as kids are swinging at full force. Like I'm having to hold back kids as they're like, let me get close to the piñata so I get the candy. It's like
our parents just let us get hit.
Yeah,
they'd be back in the distance and they'd go, Timmy, don't do that. Oh no.
We had bought like a basically like a paper piñata stick that was like, if you hit, it wouldn't really hurt anything. But then Happy realized that it had strings on the piñata. It's like, oh, kids can pull the strings. So she didn't tell me this. That's what she thought in her head. So she went and packed up the piñata bat or whatever that came with it. And then she couldn't find it. I was like, the kids want to hit it. They don't want to pull strings. That's not how a piñata works. So I know it has that option, but like, no one wants to go up there and pull strings. Like in one string, no one wants to do that.
I'd punch a piñata. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
You let me swing on it.
Yeah. Actually, those things just they fall apart so easily. Like as an adult, one hit, done.
Oh, they got the Ian version.
Yeah, they're made for kids. They like hit it like tink tink, like, and they still fall apart. Like it is what it is. But it was a lot of fun. We had a good time with the birthday party, and then now we have Thanksgiving coming up. So that's in like 2 days.
It is.
I will be avoiding all sorts of bars tomorrow because because I used to do that when I was younger, and I am too old for that shit and that scene. In America, usually I think it's the biggest bar day of the year is the day before Thanksgiving. I think it's
I
still
didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's the biggest bar day of the year.
Because people get out of work early or don't have work, and
everyone comes back home from colleges and stuff like that, and like they go out to visit friends and stuff like that. So it's like, and it's not like a real holiday. Like it's a real holiday, but it's not like where you have to actually do anything besides eat the next day. So it's not
liquid Thanksgiving.
You don't have to wake up early or anything like that. It's not like Christmas, like where like and the bars are closed Christmas Eve and things like that. So it is. It ends up being the biggest bar day of the year. I don't go to bars during that time because it's ridiculousness. Ain't my thing. Ain't my scene. Not anymore. No, I'm too old for that crap. Going to eat lots of turkey on Thursday. And then yard work and throwing up Christmas in our house on the weekend. So
that's awesome. So we got last weekend. This week.
Did Chris read the chapters for this week? That's a good question. Chris, did you read the chapters for this week?
All of them?
All of them?
I showed you a message showing that my correctly. Bruh, it's 2 hours though. The content for this go around was for 2 whole hours.
Liquid Thanksgiving. You have no idea. So we used to do this in the annual tradition. We did it for about I would say 3 or 4 years before
We did it for a while.
We did it for a while
When we were in our prime.
When we were in our prime, and man, was that like it was all alcohol, and we would
mostly wild turkey to really.
Yeah, so the main dish was wild turkey whiskey, because of course that's your main dish.
Yeah,
but we had some potatoes, which was any vodka,
and then we would do like vodka cranberries for the cranberry sauce.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we had like all different different liquor drinks in there for different parts of your normal staples of Thanksgiving dinner, and we would just drink and drink and drink and drink to the point where we reached trash Ian's mom's house and.
Pretty much.
It was fun. It was good. Lots of water.
I still say if we could have a reunion here and not tell her and just show up and start drinking in the garage, she would both be infuriated and then like also really happy to see everybody.
Get in there, start blasting some Counting Crows and playing beer pong in there.
With some interpretive dance as I trip over the table and knock over all the empties.
I'll never forget the time the cops came, and like at that point in the night, there's only like 5 of us left. Like it was only 5 of us, but we were blasting music, and they knocked in the garage, and like we opened the garage door. I was like, "Where's the rest of you?" And like, "This is it." They're like, "You guys are the loudest party we busted tonight." Like, I was like,
they weren't even mad. They were like, "Please stop."
Just stop.
Yeah. Like, okay, so normally they don't tell you who called, but it was the neighbors who at the time had really little kids. Like 6 months and under.
Yeah.
So I felt kind of bad. I'm good with them now. So, we made amends. Yeah. But they normally don't tell you who called. But the guy stopped. I remember he turned to me. He's like, "You live here?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Do you know your neighbors have like infants, like babies?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah." Like I honestly totally forgot. He was like, kind of a jerk move. I was like, "Yeah, you're right. You're right. We'll turn it down."
I love the chat. Books. Okay.
Books. Are we gonna talk about books now? We're not talking about books tonight. There's nothing to talk about tonight. We're talking about drinking and Thanksgiving. That's what we're talking about tonight.
Liquid Thanksgiving.
America.
So what's going on in you guys' life?
Mine's short and sweet. Very focused on work, and it's probably going to be that way until July. And I won't bore y'all with it, other than we got a new contract to put out. We're putting out for bid. It is over 5 years worth we're estimating like 700 million. And I have many years experience in post-award contract life, but officially as a contract specialist and with a warrant, a year of experience. So I am definitely, normally people with that little of experience don't work on contracts this size. I got 2 other people on my team that have been around for a very long time. So like on paper, they have all the authority. Anyways, it's chaos. I guess I'll just leave it at that. It's going to be nuts for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, yeah,
okay.
That's it. I'm not going to overshare on like some of the personal stuff, but I've been dipping my toe in the going out and seeing people / dating world. Got someone I'm kind of talking to, and that's going all right. And yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Did you get the video I sent you?
Oh, what video?
The one about dying alone.
Oh gosh, yeah. I might not have been able to handle it, and didn't watch it this time. I'm trying to avoid that. Although we all, you got a 50% chance, even if you're in a relationship, you got a 50% chance of dying alone, anyways.
Very true. I mean, you're not alone. You got.
I don't want to live alone. I don't care about the dying. We all freaking die. I don't want to live alone. I want to go do shit with someone that's awesome.
Here we go. Sharing screen. Ready?
I think that I needed to find the right person to be happy, but that was before I discovered dying alone. With dying alone, you no longer need to waste time trying to impress others because you've accepted the fact that no one is going to love you anyways. And dying alone allows you to be your true self without any of that unnecessary stuff like shaving, deodorant, or social skills. And think about it this way, the less amount of people you allow into your life, the less amount of people there is to disappoint. Try dying alone today because you can't avoid death, but you can.
It does get funny at the end. But
that's fantastic. See, I think that's my problem. I don't know how to be fake. And here's what's
Dying
weird.
alone?
Here's what's weird. Like, I only know how to be me, right? And for some reason, early on, that's very
forgot how to be
attractive
me.
to some people.
I forgot how to be
But then I don't change at all. I'm still me, and then eventually I become very annoying to them. And I'm like, but I'm still me. It's still
This is who I
this is the version of me that you were like, oh my gosh, you're so awesome, you're so smart, and I just love talking to you, and da da da. And eventually they're like, would you just shut the fuck up? And I'm like, okay, sorry, I don't know. Anyway,
it's kind of like this podcast.
introverts.
It got like really
That's your
popular, and people
problem.
realized it's just us, and then it just fell off. It's just
right. Yeah.
It wasn't the slog. It was just us. Chris, what's going on with you?
Wicked. We saw Wicked this past
Ooh,
weekend.
how was it?
Oh my God.
Was it Wicked awesome?
Good.
Was it
Bruh,
wicked
let me
good?
tell you, we saw
Wicked
it live.
awesome.
Chanel's
Oh.
actually like seen it multiple times live.
Oh, you went to the play?
Zero complaints. We saw it live. I'm saying we saw it live 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
She's
Yeah, I
seen
saw
it
it
live,
in
like
Broadway.
New York,
Yeah.
did Broadway. Yeah, we saw Broadway.
Yeah, we did Broadway.
Yeah, and then we saw the movie, and there's zero complaints.
Okay.
They did it justice 100%.
Okay.
Big voices, big personalities, everything.
Ian and I are doing our gay date next week to do Gladiator 2.
The new Gladiator. Yeah.
Oh, yep. We're going to Gladiator. We were supposed to go Friday, but a group of friends were like, hey, change your ticket to Monday. I'm like, I work on Monday.
We do it once a year where we meet in Williamsburg, and like I'm usually in my business suit and he's like in sweats, and then like
a midday movie. So people are like
huh? Two guys just like showing up from different directions to the movie theater, and like
I lean over and sip his drink.
We picked up popcorn. This is great. Yeah, and then this weekend I'm actually going to see Moana 2 with my daughter. So yeah,
we're going to see Moana as well.
All right, there you go.
I'm actually pretty excited to see that. Like, I'm hoping I can go with Ronan, but if he already goes and sees it with his mom, I'm still going to go see it.
Yeah. You got to,
because I love the first one. It was so good.
It was phenomenal. I think I saw the first one by myself in theater. I was like, whatever.
That's going to be me.
I used to do that.
What it is.
I used to do that. Like early in my career, I would sneak away and go watch a midday movie just during a lunch break. I take an extended lunch break and just go watch a movie. Oh, that's great.
But yeah, that's it. You know, we're prepping for Turkey Day and everything. We're going to be here with the in-laws. We're doing a dish and a dessert. So, you know, got to get ready for that. And we started like conceptualizing what our Christmas decorations are going to look like. And we started pulling some stuff out, and really disappointed with Michael's. Like, we ordered these really cool trees to put outside and they became broken. I was so pissed off. I was like, you know what? F this hoe. I'm not putting them out. They're going back. And I found some on Amazon. So hopefully they work. If not, I'm getting real trees to put out front.
Yeah.
So
did they know who they're messing with?
No.
They must not know. They must not know.
Figure it out though.
Especially you and Christmas.
Yes. Especially as hard as I've been going to the gym. I did single arm rows with 205 today.
Dude.
For a set of 6. Now, mind you, I was on the row machine, but I put 206 on there and just.
One of these days, and if we ever have a chance to go to the gym together, I'm not saying you need to max out, but I want you to throw down. So I could just follow you around and clap and be like, Hercules, Hercules.
Actually, I was feeling myself last night. So this was last night. That's 9-10 on the incline leg press machine.
Yeah, and let me spot you. I'll be your spotter.
This is the guy that puts all the weights on the rack and then just lifts the rack.
Yeah. The sled itself is 100 pounds. So I started at 100 pounds and went up by 100 pounds. So I got to 9-10. That was my 10th set. And I got that 8 times. But everything leading up to that was 10 reps. And I did the leg press, then calf raise. Leg press, calf raise.
Yeah.
Might as well knock out 2 exercises in one when you get on there.
I think I might have injured myself.
3-way calf raise.
We'll see.
My bicep. You were what inspired me to do arms today. I was like, let me get in there.
Well, I warmed up with ropes, and I think that also didn't help. So like I usually do a quick warm up like cardio, and I try to mix it up. Like I don't always want to do treadmill. Sometimes I do bike, sometimes I do treadmill, sometimes I do rowing machine. But I decided to do ropes today, and on an arm day was not the best thing to warm up because my arms were straight to the curls, and I was like, my arms just went, nope, not gonna work.
Some people just like the definition of warming up kind of irks me sometimes because it just doesn't mean go do cardio. It just means take the exercise you're doing and knock it down to the lightest weight possible.
Yeah.
And then do a few reps. Like if your max on a curl is 100 pounds, and I'm using that number because it's nice and round. And so you're going to do, 60% a day. So you're going to do 60 pounds. Then go to like 15 pounds and do a set of 15 or 20 with that. And then go to 20 and do a set of 15 or 20 with that. And then jump up to your higher weights and take it down. That way you warm up the muscles that you need. So
sure.
Ooh, it was good, except for the fact that it's only part 1. Agreed. So I didn't realize the advertisement didn't make that clear, but
yeah,
I'm excited for part 2 because I know it's coming with part 2. So
all right. Well, when is the books? It is now. Now we're in
at least a half.
We're under 30 minutes in. You guys are being so antsy. Like normally we do at least
30 was our average.
Yeah.
I'm tired of us.
We try to keep it 30 so the people that don't care about us know to just skip 30 minutes.
Now is books.
We had a couple of reviews where people like, I really like it, but I have to skip the first 30 minutes every time. And I'm like, you know what? That's okay.
I don't really care. I don't really care.
And then we have some people like our personal banker. Ian and I share a personal banker.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Loves our first 30. I've talked to her twice this week. She loves our first 30.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
So, some people
it's a little awkward.
Come just for that.
It's a little awkward.
She's great.
I like chatting.
She's great. Yeah. But now she knows who I am.
Give her more shout outs. Oh, okay. Well, it was coming. It was inevitable.
I know it's inevitable.
Well, now I have to share the really good stories.
What's that? Oh, yeah. But I told us for entertainment purposes. So,
which is true. We embellish just a dash.
She may or may not be a coworker of mine that found it completely separate of me. Didn't know that I was part of this.
There's fear that the keeper herself.
Like, hey, it's for entertainment purposes. None of it's true. Do not tell HR. So
there's fear that the keeper herself may be attacked as she walks the halls.
Chapter 25. Yeah. Lida. Yeah, we start with some fear.
Tarna's just super freaked out. Is that her name?
Yeah,
Tarna?
she is. Super freaked out. As she's walking up the stairs to Lida's office, she's thinking about Pavara's question about bonding Ashaman.
Yeah. It's like bonding men is just against the law. It shouldn't happen. It's not.
They are so far behind.
I know. It's already happened. It's been happening.
Dummies. They don't even know.
That's what happens when you live in your little tower, ignorant towards what's going on in the world, not
isolating yourself,
the needs of the people, isolating yourself,
pretending you're better.
Yeah. Guess what? The world moves on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And here we are. They're worried about men being bonded, and men have already been bonded, and women too, for that matter.
Vice versa. It's going both ways.
Yeah, I mean, and it's fun. Apparently, they get this nice little link, a little power boost.
Shoot, the dragon bonded with how many women now? 4.
Exactly. Yeah, he more than bonded. He let the dragon loose.
Mm-hmm. And they still can't handle him. I think a few more need to bond with him.
Yeah. You know what? That might be what sets him straight.
I think Logain has a few too.
Yeah,
just
he
a
does.
couple.
He's got some kissing friends.
Yeah, but the tower's still trying to figure it out. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is okay.
Yep. So, she's worried about what Elida's going to think if they hear about the proposal to bond Ashaman. And she enters in Elida's office and finds Medini.
But no, yeah, you're close. I think it was
close enough.
Medini.
Yeah,
Madonna.
I said sitting there, dressed to seduce. Wow.
Oh yeah, they were pillow partners at one point.
They're pillow.
Question, guys. Because I thought of this when I read that, but like, if you had a dress to seduce, what outfit are you putting on? Because I don't know that I have one.
I wore
I
pajamas
don't.
to the gym tonight.
Pajamas.
I got look.
That's what I'm saying. That's my style.
I don't know. I don't.
When
have
I'm at
really
Chanel,
anything.
I showed up in a t-shirt and sweatpants. So you gonna take
There
me
you
as I
go.
am.
Yeah.
See where I'm at now. Married.
Generally,
Dude, I have
my
these. I have the
bathing.
best pants. I have the best pants in the world, though. Like, and I've gotten so many compliments by them, by women and men. And I'll share them with you, Ian. But you get them at Costco. They're what is it, 32 degrees or whatever? One of the
I've
Costco
seen
brands.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're joggers. So they look like slacks, but they're actually sweatpants. So you can wear them outside, and like people think you're wearing slacks, but it's actually sweatpants. And
Yes,
All right.
I have seen those.
I wear
So
them almost exclusively now.
That's you dressing to seduce.
Dude, you know how comfortable it is to wear sweatpants? Like, and people think that you're actually dressed up. It's amazing.
So speaking of Walmart, instead of getting like fancy nice board shorts
Costco.
every year, I go to same thing. I go to Walmart and I get my bathing suits every year, and they're like, for men, the men's suits, they're like paper thin. You're lucky to get a full season out of them. But Walmart, you can get like the thicker sizes that aren't crazy long.
Yeah.
So I can actually fit my thighs in them, but still have the shorts that ride up a little bit. So in the summer, I'm usually running more. So shorts is a must anyways, because you see the calves, but I also start to get those nuggets on my thighs, above the knee. So I do the short shorts that are just above that. And that's my seduction outfit.
Mine's my Mistborn cloak. Yeah.
That's true, because for you to seduce, there needs to be some form of magic involved. It's gotta.
What about a fending people off with a broomstick outfit?
Alan, what's that vial of powder?
That's when I
Jello
wear
in the
nothing.
pudding snacks. I'm kidding. That's messed up.
It is. Yeah,
Real
Tree,
messed
does
up.
that answer your question? My fending people off with a broomstick is when I have nothing on.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, yeah. So they used to be pillow friends. Apparently, they still want to be. They're still trying to renew the
Oh yeah,
friendship.
I'm still the fat guy in the Speedo. I'm with you right there, King. But
Oh yeah,
there you go.
Fat guy in the Speedo. Oh yeah, man. That's what's up.
our friend Tarna is super upset because she thinks those girlish type things should be left behind, but she realizes that Elida may actually take her on as a pill friend again. She's like, well, she's a traitor. Elida's like, she doesn't know that. I know that. I want her to think she's got me because I want to get as much out of her as I can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I felt here? I felt like Elida thinks she's in control, even of that little relationship, and I don't think she is.
No, not at all.
I think that's the definition of Elida's leadership. She thinks she's got her hand and head wrapped around everything, and it's the exact opposite. Everyone's using her.
Yep. Yeah. True. But and Tarna's the one that disapproves the pillow friend thing too. We glossed over pillow friends. It's a very important part of Wheel of Time lore.
I've never really had an issue with pillow friends.
Mm-mm.
And I've thought about it a lot.
But Tarna does.
I put a lot of thought into pillow friends.
Yeah.
I've considered it, and really, every time we run into new female characters, I imagine, what if they're pillow friends with this other character that happens to be female? Just so I can consider the full
spectrum,
brevity.
And I've never had an issue with it.
Yeah. Well, Tarna thinks that pillow friends should be only for accepted and novices, not for Aes Sedai. Tarna also notes that Medani seems frightened.
Oh yeah, very much so. Again, she's sitting here spying on the head honcho.
Right. Yeah, talk about
the alleged head honcho. Air quotes.
They talk about the ferrets a little bit. Yeah, Tarna says there's not asks at least to tell the sitters why the ferrets are being watched, but Elida refuses. She wants to know why.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Well, and there are multiple little mini conversations that Tarna wants to bring up, but she's like, "Nah, I don't want that heat. I don't want that smoke. It's all good." Like, Elida will figure it out when she figures it out. This is how I feel when I go to work now. I have a new branch leader, and she's completely lost. And every time I offer advice, she thinks I'm trying to belittle her. So I'm like, all right, well, fuck it then. Let this shit burn. And it has been burning all week. And she has finally come to me and started asking questions, and I'm like,
Oh,
I give enough. I give enough to like keep us floating.
Yeah.
But there's that. It is really bad. There's part of me that's like, just let this shit sink. Like, let it burn, sink, whichever metaphor you want to use. And there's the other part that's like, no, I've been working hard at this branch for the last couple months. I've got it kind of going with a good steady flow and got people kind of getting on board with things. Like, but it's not my circus. It's not my monkey. It's 3 metaphors in one. It's horrible.
Yep.
It's not my boat.
Yep. A lot of then asks if there's any word about the seals. Tarna's like, nope, nothing. A lot of then
she said that no more have been broken that she knows of.
Right. So there's nothing
like not nothing, just nothing more has been broken. So
are you gonna eat your phone, Ian? Are you just zooming in on the beard?
I'm just working on different angles.
Okay, there you go. So a lot of then also asks about the repairs in the harbor.
They're like, we cannot get through those chains. We're just gonna have to go the long way, and
they're like taking a tower apart.
Yeah, because they can't cut the chain. It's Kundilar. So
and the tower thing was awesome because they have to take the tower apart, and then it's just another reminder of how much weaker or how weaker they are now compared to what used to be.
I was going to say that too.
Well, yeah, they're trying to take it apart, but it was made by
the power. Yeah,
it was built with the power, but it was built by Better Aes Sedai with the power.
Right. Yeah.
And they are struggling to make it happen. Like at some point, like you would think this would peel back their eyelids and be like, "We're F.
Yeah.
We need to." Yeah. And yet they're still like, "I don't want to bond with men. That's ew."
Like we don't have the quarter of power that they have, but we don't want to deal with them. So
yeah, we're gonna keep limiting ourselves.
Yeah. I too found that interesting and put that in my notes. It's like, at the end of the day, we need to figure this part out. Like, and the other thing is the Quindiar is so strong. Why aren't we reinforcing the seals that we have? Like, is that a thing?
I don't think we've had that opportunity, but I did think of that. Like, if Egwene or who was the best at it? Was Elaine the best at it?
No, it was one of the random girls.
It was
It was not one of our 3. It was one of the other ones that was really
good. But there are some that are definitely way better at it. Anyways, if one of the good ones got a hold of some of the seals, could they reinforce it? Does it work that way, or is it like you get one shot at creating it and then it just degrades over time? I don't know.
Not supposed to degrade though.
Well,
just like the rats and ravens and crows and things aren't supposed to get in the tower, but here they are. They're continually showing up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then also a lot of orders.
Go up your nose again, Ian. People are getting turned on. We might get greater viewership.
There you go. So a lot of then also dictates that all the sitters from every Aja have to send their fair share of sisters to work in the harbors, or they'll get penance. And Tarna's like, I don't think that's a good idea. And Eli's like, whatever, it's my orders. I don't give a shit what you think. Then a lot of it turns and asks about the progress of breaking Egwene, which is the first time she's mentioned Egwene. And Tarna's like, I don't think we're anywhere close to breaking her.
She starts off by saying, like, she goes half her day. She's like, she goes half her day. And then she's like, oh, okay, so it must be working. She's like, just have her attend me. We want her tamed, not broken. So she doesn't stop going to Sylviana so much. And she's like, I don't think we have to worry about that. There's so much being hidden from Elida right now. There's no conversation about how Egwene is getting respect when she walks into the Great Hall. Like how people are standing up and like bringing her food. Like,
well, this
she thought it. She thought it, but she was like, "No, I ain't gonna be the one to say that." She just got to find that out on her own.
I think time-wise, I think timeline-wise, this is a little bit before the last chapter because Sylviana's still in power and hasn't resigned yet. So, like, we had that happen.
Or the news hadn't quite made it. At the very least, it's either really close or a little bit of overlap.
A little overlap, yeah. So
yeah, but that was great. Again, Elida barking orders. I don't want her broken. I just want her da 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 da. And then she's like, I don't think you have to worry about her being broken.
yeah.
That's the least of your worries right now.
You got a jibe. That's pretty much.
Yeah.
The real question is how long is it going to be before Egwene's running the tower?
That's a good question.
I didn't think it possible, but now I'm like backtracking.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's funny because I'm starting to see a path where before you were mentioning no, Elida stays in power and Egwene just backs her. But that could still be the way they unify because Elida's going to be super defensive. You don't necessarily want to run her off.
No.
Or people that might still be left following her. So maybe even with all this power coming behind Egwene, I could now see a path where she's like, look, no, Elida, I ain't here to take it from you. We're going to work together on this. Da 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 da. Like that. It's a small window.
See that, and that's still my thought process, but
it's possible.
With all the things going on, like I'm starting to second guess myself. So,
or maybe the offer is made, and Elida finally looks at the situation and goes, "No, it's you. It's not me. It's you."
No, that's not going to happen. Elida is too. She'll be dead first.
Yeah,
maybe she's a red.
Yeah. But anything from all this before we switch over to our boy Matt?
No,
Matt who?
Matt who?
That was it.
Who? So Matt and Tuon. Matt and Tuon and some other people, they have parted ways with Lucas Circus.
Mm-hmm.
And
they're headed to R&D.
Yeah, they're trying to get out of Altara and try to get some R&D. And yeah, Tuon's using her sign language. They're talking about like Tavir and all sorts of stuff like that. I don't know if we're quite there.
Oh yeah, that was neat. They had no idea what Taviran were.
Yeah,
and wasn't it? They were talking with Tom, right?
Yeah,
and Tom was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Oh wait, is that next chapter? No, maybe this chapter.
If it's the Taviran part, they were talking with Tom.
Yeah. Let's see. It might be next chapter.
It's up to y'all. I don't have the book in front of me.
It's next chapter. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, you're skipping ahead.
Sorry.
Right now, Matt.
He's still using sign language.
Right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they are using sign language, but Matt is like very adamant about covering as much land as possible.
Right.
And the group is traveling, and conversations are happening, and this is that moment where we get our very special.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But do you think she really wanted it, or do you think she wanted to check his temperature?
Oh, she wanted it. She wanted to do both, but she wanted it. I mean, he saved the life of a snake. Like he showed mercy to an animal that could kill somebody in his crew. Like
that she recognized the way Matt was acting. This wasn't a harmless snake.
Yeah.
No, but he was, giving that snake the benefit of the doubt. He's like, snakes don't attack unless they feel threatened, so just let it go.
Yeah,
probably in his home.
Yep.
So very honorable of him. And Tuon's like, okay, boy, kiss me, toy.
I will allow you to kiss me for a man who lets a poisonous snake go.
And he's like, this is probably her first. I'll be gentle.
Yeah, she's like, kiss me like a man.
Do I remind you of your sister or your mother?
Yeah,
he's like, oh, all right, I'm gonna treat you like a tavern whore then. Come here, like wench. I heard all of that. That's what he said in the book.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then he goes in for a third kiss, and she's like, "No, that's enough. We're good."
Mm-hmm.
By the way, you are sick.
Yeah.
You need some healing. Bring me the salve.
Bring me the salve. Bring me the ointments. Put the lotion on the skin. Yeah. Let's see. Their argument about all this is then interrupted by Harmon, who approaches because the riders are approaching. And it's Vannon and
not short, but
Skinny ketchup.
tall
No.
mayonnaise.
not short, but tall. Soybean oil, vinegar, and egg.
Get our boy tall mayonnaise.
Yeah.
And Matt's like, "What the hell are you doing here, man? Like, you're supposed to
Matt-
be the Aes Sedai. Like, why are you here?"
I like how he somewhat keeps his cool because this is his number 2. But for the rest of their interaction, Matt's just mildly frustrated about
He's
everything about tall mayonnaise being there.
scheming about it. He's like, you were supposed to be. Stop it,
Be with the
Kevin.
band, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Scheming. He's like, you're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be with the band.
tall
Like,
mayonnaise is like, yeah, we left
even
like
more important, you're supposed to be with Egwene.
he's like, we
you're
left
supposed to be
like four
dragging her
units
off.
over there and like our four regiments, and he's like, wait, there's only like 2 when I last left you. Like, how big is the band now? He's like,
Yeah, they're like 10 times bigger.
Yeah.
You got a little bigger.
Quite large, 2
Which-
to 10,
Do we have
5 times bigger.
Alan, I was going to ask this. I don't want to start Googling, but is there any reference in any of the companion books of how big a banner is? Is this company size, battalion size? I was thinking,
yeah.
I was
Well, he
thinking
says that they
maybe-
become lieutenants.
Yeah.
They do give you like a frame of reference because if they have a banner, then they become lieutenants. Is that right?
Let's see.
well, then that's maybe platoon, but maybe
Let's
company.
see. So a banner of foot consists of 3,000 men divided into 12 companies.
All right, so that's battalion size.
And
Yeah.
each company is divided into 5 squads. Yes,
Yeah.
battalion. It says a banner's a battalion squad size.
That's huge.
yeah.
That's a lot.
That's what she
A
said.
banner of horse consists of roughly 1,500 cavalry.
Yeah.
Divided into 3 squadrons, which in turn are divided into 10 troops.
And Tall Mayonnaise brought 3 or 4 with him. Was it
Mhm.
3, 4, something like that?
Yeah.
He's got
Golly.
Matt has got the biggest army in
Yeah.
the area.
He's like, I left most of the guys back over there.
And it's
We're
only
good."
a
You're like,
piece of his army.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit. Like when Matt left, it was basically not, I don't even think it was a banner size. I mean, it was just like a couple squads.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, we kind
Tom
of
Mayonnaise has done his thing. Like at first I thought
it.
Tom Mayonnaise was gonna be a dark friend.
Yeah.
I know. I think we had
Especially
that
because Alan really
conversation.
likes him.
Yeah, that was really what really kind of made me think
Yeah.
that was gonna be the case. But the way he's grown Matt's army, it's like, damn.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see it. I love it. It's awesome.
And it doesn't, you don't get a selfish vibe about it. Like,
Not at all.
it's definitely in service of Matt and of the cause.
I mean, we look fast forwarding a little bit. You have Tuan going, so is he a lord or what? And he's like, Matt, nah, he hates nobles. Like, I count myself lucky to be in his company because, I am noble. And Matt, nope, absolutely against it. We'll never be. We'll not accept a title.
Well, Matt's also really upset about how big the band's grown too. He's like, how am I supposed to pay all these people? Like,
He's like, we got kings to pay for that, sir. And,
yeah.
and the dragon will for sure give you title. And he's like, he better not. I don't want none of that. Give me a
I don't
horse
want it.
and a farm, and I'm good. I'm good.
But so the interesting part, what's also happening here is as they're talking, and then Tall Mayonnaise mentions you're like the dragon's buddy. Y'all grew up together, saying this in front of everybody else. So
Right.
now they're all like, Tuan's like, wait a minute, what? And the hand signals start flying again. Like, did they just say he's friend of the dragon? What the fuck is
Yeah. And this is right after
toy might not be a
Solution's
toy.
like, you need to like introduce us, and of course
Yeah.
Tom Mayonnaise already knows who he's dealing with here, so
Yeah.
he gives them a nice little bow and flourishes like, oh yes, welcome my queen, or his queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then of course Tom Mayonnaise drops the news that the path is blocked, and Matt's like, what?
Yeah. It's blocked by
What, you
Sanjay
mean
camps everywhere.
the path, like the only path that we're going to be able to take?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and also,
Yeah.
there's a little nugget. There's an Aes Sedai there that's like, wait, did you say something about Egwene being the Amerlin? And he's like, oh yeah, no, she's good. She's kicking butt and taking names. All these
Yeah.
followers. She probably already took over Tarvalon by now.
She's
Yeah.
like,
Good to go.
She's like, you mean the accepted?
She's like, she's
She's
a
like-
runaway accepted. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
He's like,
Nah, she didn't run away. She's in charge.
yeah, she's in charge.
It's the truth. Accept it. And that's what I was like, go.
Mhm.
Which was great.
Yep.
It's bad that I love it
just-
at this point when Aes Sedai get humbled or they find out something they didn't know. It just cracks me up.
Yeah.
I'm like, you morons.
We've moved into the second chapter, by the way.
No, we're
since
not
we
there
had
yet.
keeping track.
Because we had the
Yeah, 'cause
past.
we
the
talked
past
about
few
him growing up with Toy, and we have gotten in there.
books. Yeah.
I mix
but
it all up. That's my
we're,
fault.
We're mixing in and out. But yeah,
It's
so,
all one story.
We end this chapter with Vannon telling Matt telling Vannon to go try to find another way around the Sanchen. See if there's another place they can move, another pass to the mountains.
Then he talks about Toy growing up with the dragon.
Then we
I'm
start the next
taking
chapter.
notes now. I've been good. I've been on.
I got to
top of
start.
it.
I got to, like you, I need to do it on my phone so I can do it while I'm either listening or reading.
Yeah, I will say like that last book was a little hard to engage with, but this book, like
There's a lot.
there's a lot, and I've been excited about it.
Yeah.
So
Chapter 26, As If the World Were Fog.
As if.
As if.
bro, speaking of which, that ending, whew,
Yeah.
I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
I want to skip right there, not because anything important happened, but because I have all the questions.
Sure.
Tree, we need you
So-
up here. We need our red light indicator. We need you to tell us when we're close to something.
So before we get to that, Tuon and Solutia, they're riding close enough to eavesdrop on Matt and Telmanus's conversation. And he's talking about a new crossbow crank that's been invented. That lets them, fire a lot faster, more efficiently, or
7
whatever.
to 8 arrows.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool too.
Yeah. Talking about the crossbows a lot, and Tuan's realizing, at this point that Matt's a lot more than what she thought he was.
And she sees the red hand and she's like, "Is that his sigil?"
Yeah.
But what about the ring? Like
Is
the ring
he-
nearly made her faint.
Yeah. Is he a lord or not? What's happening here? I don't get it.
And let's also note that they speak so fast she can't understand what they're saying half the time, but she's
Right.
doing her damnedest to keep up. I'm like, that's how I feel when I'm at work. We get a lot of Spanish speakers, and they talk.
Oh
so
yeah, when they get rolling.
boy, and I'm like, I don't know enough Spanish to even think about keeping up, but I try. And when they really get talking, I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
just 20 sentences in 1 second. Like,
She met him as Tylen's toy, and then part of the circus, and then he's just kind of like this goofball gambler. And now she hears that he has an entire army he commands.
she's like, she can't get it, and it's just funny because he's like a chameleon. He can blend into any environment.
Right. She pointed that out. Whatever role he was in, like he fit. It made sense. And even now that she's trying to see him, like, wait, is he this leader of these people? And as this unfolds even further in the chapter, she's like, oh my gosh, it fits here too. Like he's all these things.
She's like, you know what? He's not a toy. He's a lion trapped in a cage.
Yeah.
And now
Ogres are like onions.
Yeah.
Onions have layers. I'll forget it. Never mind.
Yeah, and this is where Tom comes in. So he rides up, and she comments to Tom about how odd it is to counter Matt's band. And Tom's like, "Well, he's Taviran," and she's like, "What the hell's that? You guys need superstitions? Like that's like we don't have superstitions. Oh, wait, there's 3 birds flying around in a circle. That means."
Yeah.
Don't forget also the mention of fog and steel.
Oh yeah, fog and
So
steel.
I think that's going to come back up as important later.
Yeah.
This book, Fog and
Right.
Steel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um.
And then
well,
they
Tom-
talk about deer that are, cattle with horns. Or are they deer? Were they talking about deer?
No, it was like big longhorn cattle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I guess the people that grew up around them are smart enough to know that, well, they're pretty docile. If the herd stampedes, you're getting hurt. You don't want to get run over by that. That's the way I took it. I don't think they were fearing any sort of evil from this herd.
Yeah. What did you think about her assessment of Tom of being a well-trained spy? We've never really given him title of spy.
Well, kind of.
Kind of. He plays Days
Well-
Tomorrow really well.
Well,
Yeah,
but
but even
wasn't him being a spy for me.
even early on, so really early on when we first met him, when we were talking about being a Gleeman, I don't know if I went with spy, but certainly in a position like peddlers, constantly moving around different towns, sharing stories and talking to people, like just
I made him a
it-
gossiper.
maybe not like spy, like a James Bond spy, but like an intelligence gatherer type person.
Yeah, well,
I
she
could see
came
that
off
part.
in my mind more like James Bond.
Yeah,
Like in my mind, he's just
but
a
said he worked for the tower. He's like, clearly he
Yeah.
works for Aes Sedai, and I'm like, you got that part wrong.
that part.
I think.
Yeah, but we don't know for sure. I mean, he's
Mm.
in love with an Aes Sedai, so
He might end up working for Moraine
he
by the end
could
of
be
this.
Moraine's spy. Could have been Moraine's the whole time,
The whole time.
and it just blew right by us.
I mean, considering where he learned and perfected his days Damar and where she's from,
Mhm.
He
He could be her. He could be her Bond.
man.
Hmm.
Well, we'll see. Anyways, it's funny watching Tuan and them try to put this stuff together, and like they get some stuff right, some assessments right, but some of their assumptions are a little
I
off.
think what really threw her off was when everybody's like, "Lord Matt is here." She's like, "Lord," and then all of a sudden they start singing Jack.
They break into song.
Yeah, like the entire group, thousands of men, all start singing this song, and she's like, oh, "What is going on?" Wait, and I agree with that, Flame. Like Tower killed his nephew. Unlikely that he is, but he could be the spy of a single Aes Sedai that he fell in love with.
It's also possible. So remember, Moraine early on
say his name.
Moraine was early on very intentionally searching for the Dragon Reborn. And she could have pulled Tom in early on. Tom could have been in the know very early. So I think despite his issues with the tower and his nephew and everything,
about all of it, he knows too much about Severe, and he knows, like, he is way too well informed.
He was there with a purpose in the beginning.
Correct.
From the get-go.
And then Master Ravel pulls out a piece of paper and it's like, "What's this?" And say, "I don't know, a map." If you get the reference to what movie that is, that's a deep cut. What's this? I don't know, a map. But yeah, it's noting where the Shan-Chan camps are. And
we have Tuan fidgeting. Well, she didn't fidget, but her maid woman fidgeted because she's like, "Oh, we gotta get rid of that." And Tuan's like, "Yeah, the worst thing we need is Matt with a map, because if he can see where they are, he can figure out where they're going." I'm like, she's been plotting some shit this whole time.
That'd be a fun little trivia question to give away a book. Here, we give away a hardcover copy. If anyone in chat can name what movie that's from. They're like, "What is this? I don't know. A map?" Like, if you can name that movie, that's a D cut. You probably can't Google it. So Ian's gonna kick himself because he knows this movie very, very well. And it's one line.
I'm not gonna say anything now. I'll message you.
Okay. If anybody knows that movie, I'll give you guys a book. How about that?
So back to Chris's point though. Or what you got, Chris?
I was gonna say, do we think the Shan-Chan know where they're going? Because they look at the map with Matt, and then they go off to a little huddle, and they're like, "Ho ho ho," you know, a little bit anxiety-driven conversations, and they're peeking over at Matt and at the map and discussing.
I don't know. What this did for me is, so we knew that Tuan wasn't like on Matt's side or the Dragon Reborn side or nothing like that. Tuan is Tuan. But unless I'm missing something, this was the first bit we got where it was obvious that, like you said, she's plotting and she's got her own agenda. And
Stage National Treasure.
Yeah, she's still trying to figure out Matt and everything, but like she's plotting.
She is. And then I also realized that we may be dealing with more than one constituent of Shan-Chan. Like, I think we have like different like groups.
Yeah. and probably like everybody else, they don't necessarily work
Yeah.
hand in hand perfectly.
And maybe they're all run by different children of the queen trying to get to a certain point to collect a certain item or something or a certain person so that they can win the affection of the queen. Like, there are too many different factions grouping up with different people for me to think that this is a cohesive group.
Right. And that's going to play to Matt's advantage.
It's hard for me to think that because I don't feel like we have enough book left for that to like develop and grow. But I mean, books, we don't have enough books in general for that to happen. But at the same time, some of these books are pretty thick. So maybe we get a rundown at some point of all the different factions.
Well, what's a quick path to unify all the Shan-Chan? If Tawan comes out and reveals who she truly is and enough people buy into it, now she is the leader of all the Shan-Chan. Am I right?
I guess, yeah.
Or at least that's what I was thinking. Like, she's kind of in hiding as to who she is, but technically she has a claim. And once that's revealed, so like there's a path that it could happen quicker than you think. Maybe not in this book, but very shortly thereafter.
Somebody said it sounds like Monty Python.
It does sound like. Yeah. It's not Monty Python.
Toy is a lion. That was my favorite line. Toy is a lion.
Mm-hmm.
After that kiss, I'm sure she thinks he is a lion.
Mm.
She might have to change his nickname now that she's seeing him different.
She won't.
Yeah. So then we switch
she still doubts him after all of this. She still doubts him.
That's because she was disappointed that she didn't get a real fight in the hell.
True.
And the skirmish in the streets doesn't count.
True.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, like, she's got plans for him. I don't know if I like it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she's supposed to meet up with Rand.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Is why I still think
you got something fishy going on.
The person Rand is meeting with is different than her.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
We've had a little bit of perspective in Tuan's perspective here, and none of that meeting has come up.
Not at all. They were there doing a little finger stuff, but
right.
Yeah, not an airplane.
Talking about the meeting.
It's not an airplane.
Right.
You guys are getting further away. Colder. You guys ready to talk about Perrin?
It's Men in Tights.
Perrin who?
It's Perrin who? Perrin who?
It's Dora the Explorer, y'all. It's Matt.
It's not Dora the Explorer. I can name an actor that's in it. Maybe that. I don't know if I should give hints. If I give hints, I won't give away a book though.
Nah, I don't give hints. For his eyes,
I'll tell you at the end of the episode. Anyway, Perrin, yeah. So Perrin reaches Snowy Dawn, his wolf brother. Reaches out to Snowy Dawn, his wolf brother.
He's like, bro, time difference. Leave me alone.
Like, patience, young bull. The wolves are coming. Yeah. We must hunt well tomorrow.
We're trying to get some snacks, bro.
Later.
Yeah.
Snacks.
But they're trying to make sure the wolves are ready for the plan too. And to check the windmills and the aqueducts, make sure they're clear of shadow.
Yeah. Well, he's happy at least that the Shido don't know anything about greasing stuff because there's enough sound there to like cover their tromping through to get to where they need to go to essentially poison all the people. The fork root really is only going to do anything to people with power. We know this.
So I guess it's not fair that I gave an abbreviated quote. The actual official quote is, what is this, Pele? I don't know. The map? So that's the official quote.
Pele. There's a name.
There's a name. That's a big hint. That's actually the official quote.
Yeah. That should give it away.
That should give it away. It should. Yeah. If you know, you know. Anyways. So yeah, it looks like everything's clearish.
Yeah, Matt's hanging out with Mishima, and they're going on their way to to put fork root into the water supply.
Or Perrin is.
Repairing it as well.
Yeah.
There's a ton of people with him. He's got an entire half an army.
Well, and then the Sean Chan around Perrin, there's a couple mentions. They definitely notice the glowing eyes. They definitely notice that Perrin can see and hear way better than everybody else, but they don't really ask about it.
Yeah.
I'm curious if the Sean Chan know about this thing, because a couple of Sean Chan have taken notice and been like, but like not really said anything. So like, do they have this where they're from?
Or is there some type of prophecy?
Or or some prophecy. Yeah.
7-Eleven got it. Life
There
Aquatic. There
Yep.
it is. Life Aquatic. Did you Google it? Did you Google the quote, Bella? Like,
this is the second time today I've talked about that movie. We talked about it in length at work today.
I talk about it on a daily basis. It's one of my favorite movies. It's fantastic.
I don't know. I've seen it. So they lift the stone off the aqueduct and pour the fork root in.
Yep.
And naturally,
it's like one bag at a time.
Yeah, they're a little troubled about it. Like they're feeling guilty. But I'm like, it's not gonna hurt anybody that doesn't channel.
Well, I don't know. In this amount, we're about to find out.
Well, I mean, does it dull the senses of everyone or just channelers? I guess that's actually more of a question than a statement, because we've only seen the girls get drugged by it a couple times. Like literally, it's been Egwene and Nynaeve drugged by it every time.
Yeah, well, it's bitter enough. It's not like anybody else is drinking it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Didn't know what it would do to them.
Would it impact a regular person is the question. Have we had that situation?
Maybe this is how Fael dies. She takes a sip and dies, and Perrin feels guilty.
No, I mean, it wouldn't be that.
No, that'd be gosh. If that's the way she goes, I would be disappointed.
No, Fael's gonna go out like a G if she does go out.
She is.
She's gonna go down fighting.
It's gonna be like Boromir. Like she's gonna take a couple arrows and then stand up and still kill 20 people, and then take a couple more arrows.
Yeah.
But yeah, they poison the water, and then all of a sudden they start sending the people. He's like, tell Born, no heroics. You know, we just gotta get to Fael and get her to safety, and I'll be there to set you guys free.
Okay. So Zul get the answer. It takes more to put a regular person to sleep.
Oh, okay.
There you go. That makes sense.
I mean, they're dropping a shit ton in there, so maybe everybody goes to sleep, and they come in and just slaughter everybody that's not one of them.
Yeah. So he offers Grady to stay in the Sean Chen camp. I thought this was funny. I just wrote it down. So he refuses because the money creep him out. He's like, I don't want to sit there. They creep me out.
Yeah, he's like, I might be tired, but nah, bro, I'm coming home. Like, I don't want to be any nearer to them than I have to be. Like, let's, I'll be there.
Yeah.
And then boom, 3 ripples.
Yeah, the ripples. Where
before the ripples? Before the ripples, did anybody else kind of geek out with Perrin when he was like doing the math of, all right, this amount of fork root in these little pods or whatever they're in takes this amount of time to sink, and it has to travel this far with the current going that fast. And if we have the sizes just right, by the time to sink, they're going to land right where they need to. And then he's like, well, even if it's not perfect, it'll still kind of percolate from the river. But anyways, I kind of nerded out, with Perrin and trying to time them sinking just at the right moment to fall in the aquifer or the well or whatever it is.
Yeah. And then of course they also got in vain in that whole situation.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious.
Yep. And then they also have spotted a bunch of white cloaks, about 7,000 white cloaks.
That ain't even that much. Matt's got more than that.
And they hear about the rumors that Pedro Nile died fighting the Shanchans, and then Valda swore fealty to the Empress. Then Gala killed Valad, and now there's a price on his head. Yeah, because Balor comes in.
The Shanchan are quite interesting. They're like, we don't like him because he's a deserter, and deserters deserve to die. But maybe we do like him because he did the right thing, but he still deserves to die. Like the Shanchan are going to be a problem because their traditions are not. They don't match.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, where's the common ground going to be? I haven't seen any yet.
Yeah.
It's going to be when Fael marries Matt.
So what do you think the ripples were?
That's a great question. We've been having this conversation about Rand having another person inside of his head, or literal. That's just like a telekinetic link between, himself and a prior life or another life on a different timeline. Like, could this be the merging of the multiverse?
Could be mergings
or overlappings, like they've come too close, kind of waving like that, and they kind of touched.
Yeah,
ripples.
I even started to think like of a Inception type deal. Like maybe it's not that the Forsaken were reborn in this era. It's like they exist above, outside of this layer of existence, and they have a technology. They have a way to insert themselves. So they've just been inserting themselves into this one to try to affect it. And maybe there's other beings in this world above this that are figuring out how to access
I feel like we keep
world.
getting more and more questions, and we don't have that many more books left.
Yeah.
Like, I am so interested now to see how all of this gets wrapped up. If it all gets wrapped up, this might be one of those books that sucks at the end.
Remember early on,
7 years, and it's just kind of like no.
Early on, Alan and other people told us, well, it's not spoilery because it won't really make sense till you get to the end. But they're like, it's a satisfying end, but it also isn't. And a lot of the questions get answered, but not all of them. And then like there's some things we've pointed out along the way where he's like, yeah, people that have read the series 20 times are still trying to figure that one out.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know how much satisfaction we're going to get.
We're not.
And some stuff has come out. Like, I mean, there was some things that have been confirmed even in the last year that Ben said, and more notes have been released from Jordan. So we got some more answers as time has gone on. But
right.
Yeah. There's going to be another book drop in like 5 years.
The end
is what's going to be.
Well, Brandon Sanderson said he won't write anymore. So I don't know. Bandersnatch would have to agree to that. I don't think they will. They're good with it the way it is.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why we love it, Chris. That's what we got. Yeah, that's why we love it.
It gives us something to talk about. Something to talk about.
It gives us something to talk about.
Yeah. So after all this rippling stops, Perrin just says in 3 days it'll all be over. Fael will be back, and none of this will matter. So,
and then what does he do? I'm hoping Massima is Moose Track. I wish I had that still. I'm hoping Massima is like taken care of, and then he wonders why he doesn't have abs yet.
This could be a small scoop.
It is 10:21, sir.
I just remembered I'm at my mom's house. I was sitting on the couch, and in my mind, I don't know, we were talking about something, and it just hit my mind. I was like, my mom always has moose tracks. And sure as shit, I opened the freezer, and there it is.
Call you out live.
The Ender's Game series ends with the used question. Yeah. The author says he'll never answer it.
I hate that, but I love it too.
Yeah. It lets the reader kind of fill in some gaps too. I don't know. There's some fun aspects of it.
I did the Ender's
I'm not smart enough to fill in gaps.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
Alaska consumes the most ice cream per capita during the winter. Huh.
What?
Interesting factoid.
Hot chocolate would be the
so what were you saying about Massima? Chris, you were saying something before the moose tracks?
Saying about Massima. Oh, I'm hoping that Massima dies soon.
Okay.
I'm hoping he gets caught up with the fork root.
I hope he falls off his horse.
Nah, I'm hoping that. Well, horse would be funny too, but I'm hoping that Fael gets. No, not Fael.
I didn't know that.
Fael.
Interesting.
Get the benefit of that. Or
Fun facts inside chat tonight. So Harriet, Robert Jordan's wife, was the editor for Ender's Game.
oh, damn.
Ender's Game?
Scary.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
That's cool. Anyway,
I'm thinking maybe we see Massima get killed, and I'm thinking he's gonna get his head bashed in by a hammer. It's gonna be gruesome.
And Perrin takes an ear for a trophy.
Are you guys ready to switch to Fail for the last part of playing kissing games?
Uh-oh.
Sure. I didn't take any notes on that.
Okay. Well,
but I'm ready to switch over.
Okay, so Fail, yeah, she's I guess
she's walking.
She's already been beaten before noon at this point, right? Fail and Alondra, yeah,
yeah,
because Savannah's bath was not hot enough. That's why she got beat.
Correct.
There's 20 or more Gaishan that have begged to swear fealty to Fail, so she's getting a little following amongst the Gaishan.
She's popular.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Roland catches up with Fail, and this is where you are trying to convince her to play the kissing game. And Fail's
he's like, even we can play the kids version. You just won't be as satisfied. I'm like, why are the kids playing the kissing game? That's how you get cooties. Don't they know this?
Yeah. That's how you get cooties.
That's how you get the cooties.
Yeah. Then Galena shows up and it's like, bitch, where's my money?
Yeah.
Or where's my rod?
Better have my money.
Bitch better have my money.
And she's like, if you got that stuff, I got that stuff. And she's like, I got that stuff. I get it for you.
It's in the village.
Meet me in the street.
Meet me in the street, in the alley. She's like, why are we going to the alley? Because no one's ever in the
alley.
She's
like, well, hold on. I'm going to get that stuff. She's like, no, we don't do it out here. We don't do it out here. You know they watching.
Calm down.
That's the worst feeling when you finally cave in against your own best judgment. You're like, all right, fine, I'll do the deal. And then they're like, all right, well, the place we're going to do the deal at is the sketchiest fucking place you could think of. And then you're like, shit.
Yeah.
This just got so much worse.
Or like when I gave Chris the new microphone, he came in town one time and he's like, "Yo, meet me at the parking lot over at Jefferson Commons or something like that." And like I rolled up and literally 2 cars came up to the parking lot each other. I got out and like handed him a package. Got it. It's like, man, if a cop sees us, we're about to get like surrounded real fast. We look sketchy shit what we're doing. I was like, I swear it's a microphone, dude.
Get the white guy handing the black
guy. We about to podcast, bro.
Yeah, I got podcast.
I got Carolina
podcast going,
He's
man.
got Virginia tags on.
Oh, out of state,
out of state tags, and then 2 guys pull up, and one guy gets out and hands a box to the other guy, and then goes and drives away. Oh yeah,
the great thing is in Newport News, we know enough of the police officers where we could just just call such and such.
It would be fine.
Yeah.
It'd be fine, but it was
even if we were doing
illegal stuff. It was just funny to me because I was like, man, this looks sketchy as hell. Why can't you be in my house? So we had to go meet in a parking lot somewhere.
Half the cops there smoke pot. I'm like, I know you.
Yeah, yeah. There's a cop.
Why I know you.
Yeah, there's a cop that smoked pot that lived like 3 doors down from the sailing house in college. And he would always come like off work to go like buy pot from like one of the kids that was on the sailing team. And he'd come in uniform, like during the middle of a party. And we were all drinking. Like everyone's like, "Oh shit, the cop's here!" It's like, "Oh no, it's just Steve." Like, come on in. Like, you want a beer, man?
Like, this is the best time of our lives, guys. Like, aren't you? Did you even go to school?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Fun times.
So I mean, she's got her out a couple of days, so she's gonna be leaving as Perrin is gonna be entering. It'd be like shit.
That's funny.
She's already gonna be out. He's gonna get there. And he's like, "Where is she? I came here to save her." And she's like, "Did I tell you I needed saving? Like, I'm already out of here." That's how it's gonna happen.
At what price does she need to pay in order to get out, though? That's the question.
A little giggity. That's what it's looking like. It's gonna take some giggity.
I don't know. She might manage to get out before the giggity occurs. She's trying to avoid it. She wants to be a faithful wife.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Is that ice cream good?
It's very good. It's my favorite. It's my second favorite.
Does it taste better than abs?
Right now it does. Hey, we're in the holiday week. This is a cheat 5 days.
I was just messing with you. I'm
You're
right
not. You're
there.
not wrong. You're not wrong.
I had pasta for dinner, so I can't really talk. It was good.
At least yours was a complex carb. His is going right to his gut.
Yeah, I just had
Right to it.
I had fresh cut pineapple pasta, not on the pasta, but yeah, we had that'd be gross.
Yeah,
and then and
I am gonna go run the trail in the morning. So
okay, good.
I'm just building my glycogen stores.
Sure.
next 60 days are cheat days. Yeah, pretty much.
That's
Holidays.
very true. I will. The holidays are going to be horrible. My
We'll get
goal
back
is
to it
to
in
lose
January.
enough weight where I can gain back.
Yeah,
where I can gain some weight.
My next month and a half is going to be like steep insulin spikes, followed by rigorous gym workouts. It's the worst combination ever.
The heaviest I ever was actually this a couple of years ago. It was before I started the podcast. My family decided they're like New Year's Day they're gonna do a family like weight loss challenge. So, but they told us like a month in advance. So on January 1 we're gonna start. I was like, bet I'm gonna gain as much weight as possible next month. so I can lose. Horrible for you, but like, dude, I gained so much weight so fast, and I was like, all right, let's go. Now I'm just gonna starve myself for a week, and I win.
I look at cookies and I gain weight. So
yeah,
that's me. I smell a slice of pizza and I'm like, my stomach just got bigger. What happened?
I can't see myself anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Anyway, but yeah. So the next morning they're gonna meet to at the south end of the town to do the deal and
get that rod.
And that's pretty much how we end with just like Fael wanting to, how long she can hold out before having to play this kissing game thing, because she knows it won't stop there.
Mm-hmm.
And he does a little brush of the cheek, which apparently is the same as kissing.
That is a kiss. And
I
don't think she really. I think she kind of wants it. There's a part of her. I think that there's a part of her that wants to be, true to Perrin, and another part of her that's like, he is a handsome guy. And he's been very helpful. He might deserve a prize.
Yeah, she's in survival mode.
Yeah.
I don't get too judgy on decisions people make while they're in capture.
Yeah.
It's
do what you gotta do.
I hate to say, you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, but you have to choose what you're gonna stand on and what you're willing to die for and what you're willing to take punishment for.
Yeah.
And what you're not. You can look at the same situation with Egwene. Egwene can't go in there and just put her foot down with everything. Otherwise the point won't get made and she'll just get beat up all the time.
Right.
But she's picking and choosing.
Mm-hmm.
And in her own way right now, Fael has to do the same way. And for her, it's about survival,
Yeah.
So there's certain things I'd like to see not happen, but I'm not gonna judge her too hard.
Yep. Agreed. Sounds good. So anything else in these chapters?
No, that's it.
Favorite character?
I can tell you my least favorite. My least favorite is that punk tall mayonnaise.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually like tall mayonnaises go around.
There you go. There you go. Got one. I got one.
I'm still Alan's person. I was actually all for tall mayonnaise. He's grown Matt's army, 5 folds, and he's as Tom said, Matt's lucky enough that whatever he needs just seems to come to him. And here, what he needed most is tall mayonnaise.
Mm-hmm.
The dice are rolling. He's seeing the color swirl, and in comes his champion on a steed.
Yep,
racing to him. Tall mayonnaise for the win.
Tall mayonnaise for the win.
No, but who would be my favorite outside of tall mayonnaise? I like to say Perrin, but he really didn't do anything this go around.
Yeah,
Matt seems too obvious because Matt's too obvious in this round. I would have to honestly say, I don't really have a favorite character from this go around.
Tall Mayonnaise ain't bad. He was kind of the star of the show, I think.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Ian's up close into his nose is the star of the show.
Oh, yeah, that part that was beautiful.
You want to know my favorite?
What?
Yeah.
Who was the wolf that Perrin was talking to?
Snowy Dawn.
That's my favorite. Gets the message is like, leave me the fuck alone. I'm eating.
It's awesome.
Like, chill out. We know the plan. I'm eating snacks. Like, leave me alone.
Yep.
As I eat my ice cream.
So you
My
got
ab,
you got
my
Snowy
ab
Dawn.
cream.
Chris,
You
you
know,
pick.
I mean, I will give Tuon her props this go around too,
Okay.
because even in captivity, she's in full control of the situation.
Yep.
And she's, behind the scenes guiding Matt in the direction she wants him to go.
Yeah.
100%.
It kind of helps when right off the bat your air quotes captor is like, shit, I'm supposed to marry you. You know? She's got a little bit of power at that point.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Well,
Well,
I
next
think she's been manipulating him for a minute. Like,
Yeah, she's
the
working him.
jump, she's been working him over. So
Working him.
Yep.
there's that part.
Poor Matt.
So next week we're doing 2 chapters, 27, 28. We're doing a plain wooden box.
What's in the
Yeah.
box?
What's in the box? And then 28 is in Malden. In Malden.
I don't have a guess for that one.
No.
But I think the box has to do with Luce Theron. A Luce Theron and Rand chapter.
Not the
You
box.
know what? I had 2 thoughts on the box. Because we've seen some like plain boxes before that do some amazing things.
Ooh.
Oh, that's true. It can bring
And
stuff
in my
from
mind, I'm like, how is Homegirl getting out of the Shan Chan camp undetected? And how is she planning on taking File with her? Maybe she's a dark friend and she's got a box.
maybe.
And it's plain enough where they wouldn't take it from her. It's just a box.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's where my mind went on that. And the other thing was like tall mayonnaise or not tall mayonnaise, but Rand and crazy man in his head. But I think a plain wooden box has more to do with how Fael's supposed to escape.
Okay. Cool. Well, we'll do that next week. How we can be found is at thewillreads.com. It's a website where you can find all sorts of things like links to Patreon, Discord, merchandise, fun stuff. You can buy things. Yeah. Or you can just sign up and pay us money so we can go to cons. If we get like 1,000 patrons, I'll go to every con.
Yeah.
I'll go to all of them. I need to update the ending like credits thing where I get updated patrons. I haven't done that in forever because I quit paying for the service I used to edit videos, so I need to free up that.
Let's see, do we have enough patron money to even pay for that?
Yeah.
Anyway,
we do. I just didn't do it for a while because I was paying for other things like
free
giveaways and free books that I give away.
Don't forget we also
and there's all their hosting stuff that costs money, and I pay for Canva to do like graphics and there's lots of stuff, lots of things. But anyways,
Cosme Reed sucking our coffers dry. We need to get like Matt and find us a king that'll give us all his money.
Yeah, Cosme Reed does suck. You guys got a little bit. They take some of the offers.
there is some more interesting facts that we haven't heard yet, like about this king. So I'm excited to learn more about what's going on with Matt's people.
No king. Oh, yeah.
All right. Anyway, go ahead, end the show. Let me stop.
Yeah. So like, subscribe, do all those cool things. Hit the subscribe button. It's free. It's cool. It helps the algorithm. Hit the like button. Make a comment. Do all that cool stuff. And that's pretty much all I got for this week. So
until next time.
Peace.
Okay, bye.
Thank you for watching The Wheel Reads.
Until next time. Get your Coast Guard certified life-saving device ready and strapped on.
Oh, where are we going tonight?
What kind of strap-on you talking about?
Traveling ham.